But, Rich, you posed the question.
I did.
About Aaron Rodgers. Again, the story is
Aaron Rodgers.
The way we see it is the Jets were sort of forcing his hand out of that relationship.
Yeah. Make her dump you so you don't look like the bad guy.
Yeah, an offer he couldn't accept. He's Aaron Rodgers. He's not going to take that weak-ass deal. And you can't go on Pat McAfee. Yeah, okay. Beat it.
And no more ayahuasca retreats.
Right, no more darkness.
But hey, but we still want you.
No more Netflix documentaries.
Oh, man.
Wow. So you asked, well, where does he end up? I honestly think he shouldn't play, but I saw Photoshop and I was convinced.
And we're requiring multiple booster shots.
Yeah,
what?
Okay.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers, they're just making it, again, it's the old make them dump you.
I saw Photoshop today of potential landing spots, and it was the only thought that kind of made sense. I saw him in purple, and I was like, yeah, as a Viking? Yeah, okay, because who knows what they're doing. Aaron Rodgers as a Viking.
Jeez, is he going to follow Favre's every step?
Yes, but I think he should end up in a cave by himself doing whatever he wants to do. Like, I don't think he should be playing. I don't think he should be taking these kind of orders at this stage of his career. I don't think he should be putting his health in jeopardy at an older age. I don't think he could lead a younger team. He's not that type of guy. If I was a franchise, I wouldn't want to invest in this dude to be that guy. That's what the Jets did. It failed.
Could I just go crossfire?
By the way, I like Aaron Rodgers. I'm not hating on him at all. I just think Father Time continues to be undefeated. That's it. Simple. He had a bad injury.
Yeah.
He got a bad break, and I think that's his career, man. And it was a good one.
Let's go rapid fire crossfire just to prove the point. Because, the Jets are like, yeah, it's time to go. Where does he go? Rapid fire. Just quickly, yes or no, right? Bills. No.
No way.
Dolphins. No.
No.
Patriots. No.
No.
Ravens. No. Bengals. No. Cleveland. No. Cleveland was Cleveland. Got Deshaun Watson money. No. Pittsburgh. Write that down, but I saw an article also today saying that Russell Wilson has the inside track and the right people in Pittsburgh are backing him. So I guess Sierra, don't call the moving truck yet.
Exactly.
So Pittsburgh, maybe Russell Wilson stays there. So we've went through two divisions, and there's not even a bite, right? Let's go to the West. Kansas City. Nope. Chargers. Nope. Broncos. Nope. Raiders are going to go youth or stick with what they have or maybe go after
quarterback in free agency.
Or maybe like Sam
Would you
Darnold.
want him?
No.
That's what I mean.
All right, so
and the Raiders weren't interested in him when his boy Devontae was on their squad.
Exactly. All right, now we'll go to the South. I'm going to write down Tennessee just because right now, like Will Levis, but will he want to go to Tennessee? So Tennessee, maybe.
Dude.
Jacksonville, Trevor Lawrence, they're still invested. Indianapolis, no.
No to
Houston,
the Colts?
No way. Yeah, no way to the Colts and no way to Houston.
Jay in Minnesota, he couldn't hold, but he called up. He said, it's the Colts, he thinks. And I've seen a couple articles in the past day saying the Colts might be top of that board because they're not giving up on Anthony Richardson, but they love having veteran leadership just like Flacco.
Right, then write down the Colts. So right now, and we're canceling out Pittsburgh, right? Because we realize that they are likely going to stick with Russell Wilson.
Oh, and Rodgers' boy, Pat McAfee, would be really excited about the Colts.
I'm sure they could do interviews then.
Maybe the Giants scoop him up so Tommy DeVito could learn from behind him. What do you think?
Cutlets.
And you don't have to switch stadiums either.
Yeah.
All right. Philly, obviously no. Washington, no. Dallas, no. Giants, I mean, they're gonna draft young. I'm gonna just write them down. Detroit, no. Minnesota, that sort of makes sense. Green Bay, no. Chicago, no. Tampa, no. Atlanta, no. Carolina, nope. New Orleans?
There's so many better options. I mean, Kirk Cousins is available too. You want Aaron Rodgers?
Rams,
I know he was a great
Seattle,
man, but he was not that guy the past two seasons, or I should say the past season. He just
Arizona,
wasn't.
no. San Francisco, obviously not.
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
Anymore, to be respectful.
Five teams, buddy boy, and we just did that very quickly, and I love how quick that was. That took a minute to figure out that there are...
It felt like a long minute to me.
Thanks, man.
Just kidding.
We realized
it felt like an Uber minute. You know when Uber says it'll be there in 2 minutes, and then it's doing little circles around?
I just checked the wave file. 2 minutes and 10 seconds.
Yeah.
I mean...
You can go to the bathroom
Wait,
then.
hold on. The car... Why is the car going in the other direction?
Why is the car spinning? This is the longest 4-minute Uber of my life.
Looking for a better ride to pick up?
Yeah. Now it's 6 minutes? Where did they go?
That was 1 minute in Uber minutes.
Your driver's canceled on you now.
Yeah.
God,
that was the longest minute ever.
Sorry, when I said a minute, I meant an Uber minute. My bad. 5 teams. Let's break it down and tell me if any of
we
these
said
teams.
Colts,
All right.
Vikings.
All right, I'm canceling out the Colts. Anthony Richardson, when healthy, starts. I don't care. You invested in this guy. It's not like year 1. This will be year 3 for him. So forget the Colts. Cross it off then.
I don't think you should cross the Colts off.
All right, now let me erase that.
They almost made it to the playoffs with Gardner Minshew. They came down to basically like a dropped pass, and they would have gotten
God,
it.
I'm letting you two buffoons.
Well, think
convince me. All right,
about
Colts.
Richardson. He's still just 22, so he could
learn a lot.
Yeah.
And for the record, I'm not rooting. I just want to make this clear because there's new people, millions of people listening and tuning in every day to Covino and Rich. I am by no means an Aaron Rodgers hater. In fact, I root for the old guy. I love those stories. I love to see old guys still be the man. Good for him.
All right, so Colts, we're keeping in the mix because maybe as a mentor to Richardson, 1 to 2 year deal. You're right. They were close last year. If I remember correctly, the Colts weren't they like right around 500, 9-8 or 8-9 or something? So they were in the mix. They went into week 17 and 18 on the border, 8-9. All right, add Aaron Rodgers, not a terrible one. So Colts option 1. Tennessee was 3-14. Do you think Aaron Rodgers, even though Nashville is a beautiful place, do you think no,
it's
he
a bad
wants
spot for him.
No, but I'm saying like there's no quick fix there. There's a lot of building to do, and he doesn't got the time.
And by the way, Jets already a failure. You don't have time to take chances like that.
He's got bronchitis. I don't have time for that.
Yeah, you gotta take your chances on a
so
team that's pretty
Tennessee-
decent.
Ain't nobody
got time for that.
So cross out Tennessee.
Kind of feel like they're going to go
nobody got time for that.
Cam Ward with the number 1 pick. It feels like maybe.
So let's go to the NFC. The Vikings move on from Sam Darnold. Maybe Sam Darnold ends up with the Raiders or
And
somewhere
they're a
else.
solid squad.
And they have J.J. McCarthy coming off an injury, not quite perhaps ready to go now, and he's a young man too. So maybe Minnesota, who's 14-3 with Sam Darnold, you could argue if they're 14-3 with Sam Darnold, Aaron Rodgers familiar with that division.
Yeah, I could see that happening.
Vikings.
But if I was a Vikings fan, I would not want
Yeah, there's a big difference between Darnold and Rodgers. One of those guys wants to be coached. The other guy thinks he's been good in the past, but
All right, Vikings, Colts. The Giants aren't going to fiddle with that. That's crosstown. New York Jets didn't work out. Do you really think crosstown, they'd be like, well, let's take our chances here? Like, that would just be boneheaded. It's almost like you.
Not
It's like you watch
impossibility, though, because part of the storyline was how he really embraced New York, and he loved New
Yeah,
York. He loved
already there.
I don't
Yeah.
know, dude. You see your buddy get an STD from a girl, you're not hooking up with that girl.
That's a good
wow,
point.
that was harsh.
Yeah,
I'm just saying. Like, I mean,
that's not a Colin Cowherd level analogy. It's a little bold.
I'm just saying.
Tweet
Like,
that out on the FSR
Yeah, I'm just
account
saying,
now. Rich Davis compares Aaron Rodgers
Dude.
to an STD.
dude, your crotch is itchy. You hooked up with that girl? Yeah, like, I'm going to hook up with her too. I mean,
I wouldn't consider it an impossibility.
Same
Though. They
city-
need a quarterback, and it's convenient, and he's comfortable there. He liked the people of New York.
all right,
He
Giants,
embraced it.
keep
He spoke
them on.
very highly of New York.
All right, keep them on. And the Saints. I mean, what are we thinking about New Orleans? Is Derek Carr? Is it Danny G? You saw him as a Raider. I feel like he's getting the same like mediocre love that he did in, for the
Yeah, I feel like
Raiders.
he ends up somewhere else too.
But
Don't
Derek Carr,
ask me about Derek Carr.
Derek Carr. I mean, New Orleans though.
I don't see it. So we narrowed it down to what?
They want Derek Carr to take a discount and restructure his contract, and Derek Carr's agent is saying, no, you pay him what you agreed to pay him.
All right, so Covino,
Colts, Vikings, Giants.
Yeah, Covino and Rich have narrowed it down to 4 teams, and he can't go. There's 28 teams in the National Football League that I promise you, it's not happening. 4 teams. Pick your poison, Aaron Rodgers. Colts, only AFC team, and then if you go to the NFC, Giants, Saints, or Vikings. How could you make an argument, honestly, because if Derek Carr wants more money and they say, no, F that, we'll give Aaron Rodgers a 1 to 2 year deal and draft or something. You know what I'm saying?
So, based on everything we learned about Aaron Rodgers and his stubborn behavior,
Oh, hold on. I have
he'll
another,
end up a Titan. So there you go.
Another theory. Cross the Giants off. I'm not taking the bait. They're 3-14 last year. Again, much like the Tennessee Titans. Do you think he's going to go try to fix a team?
I don't think
needs a
that,
team
but there's
that's closer.
a convenience. There's a convenience aspect
Oh,
there.
because he bought that sweet house in Jersey.
Yeah, it's not the same
All
as
right,
the
fine.
Titans.
We'll keep it to those 4. Your thoughts at Covino and Rich. Hey, 877-99 on Fox. Colts, Vikings, Giants, Saints. Do you agree that those are the only 4 even reasonably possible places for Aaron Rodgers
we went over
to end
every
up?
team, right? So, yeah, I think that's a pretty good assessment.
What if the 49ers said, yeah, sorry, F you, Brock Purdy? As a Niners fan, I'd be like, nah, I mean.
That's what I'm saying. Like, put yourself in the team's position, even as a fan. Would you want Aaron Rodgers? Like, you want, I don't know, you just want like a forward momentum. I feel like that's a step backward. I would love for him to prove me wrong. I really would, but he seems so tired to me.
Truthfully, you know which one makes the most sense?
And I say that respectfully.
The one that makes by far the most sense, I think more than any of these. To me, there's one blaring obvious answer. And mark my words. Mark Bavaro, my words. Let me put a mullet on.
Mark Bavaro, his words, everybody.
Mark
Schlereth.
Mark Langston, my words. Another great mullet. Forget the Colts. Forget the Giants. Forget the Saints. Vikings make sense. You're not going to pay Sam Darnold.
I said that. So we had to do all that to come back to my original answer 14 minutes ago. Did I not say that? I said I narrowed it down. I saw Photoshop. I'm convinced.
I'm going to cut the last 10 minutes off today's podcast.
So we had to take this big-ass circle to end up right where we started. Thanks, Rich.
But me talking it out just made a lot more sense.
Oh, okay. I'm glad you figured it out finally. Could have saved you 14 minutes.
He's saying out of all those 5, the Vikings stand alone.
But guess what, Sam? I said that to start this off.
Well, clearly we were not listening
you
to
want
you.
A cookie? You want a Girl Scout cookie? You want some Samoas, you little baby?
I do. I want Samoas and Thin Mints. Thanks.
By the way, if anyone gets anything other than Samoas or Thin Mints, I don't know what you're doing. But there's our third Girl Scout cookie?
Hop-alongs? Is that one?
You hop along.
What are hop-alongs again? I just came. The lemon zest?
The lemon ones are okay.
What is the other one? Like trefoils? Trefoils?
What?
Yeah. What are they, Spot?
Yeah, trefoil.
Trefoils?
Trefoil.
Yeah, my girlfriend was like, can you get the trefoils? I was like, what?
Aren't they like
What's wrong with you?
No.
Wafers.
Listen, Thin Mints in the freezer and Samoas, and you just stack them all in your pinky and eat them one at a time.
Honestly, the best option for Aaron Rodgers is for him to just dabble in broadcasting.
No, it's one more. It's
try to host Jeopardy once in a while. There was angles there for him. He doesn't have to put his body in any harm's way, any Jeopardy, any other major criticisms that he's getting. If he has gas in the tank, that's great. That's grand. Not everyone ends their career like Elway or Brady. His just ended that way.
Does Dan Byer have a reasonable response to you and I arguing for the last 15 minutes? Minnesota, is that the clear option? Is it the Colts?
I don't think Minnesota's an option at all. To be
now you
honest
took
with
us all the way back. Dan.
Why? I mean, you're going to make
do you agree with the
JJ
4 that did like
I
the
think
other
the Colts. The Colts is such an awful pick. Like, there's no way he's going to the Colts.
Okay, see,
no way.
Okay.
I do think the Giants could be a possibility. I actually think Danny's Raiders are a good possibility as well. I don't think that Aaron Rodgers would play for a team that doesn't have a profile or a high profile. So the Colts to me don't fit that. Saints don't fit that. The Giants and Raiders do. But then again, I don't think he's going to play next year, so that's where my gut stands.
But then why not the Vikings? Because that's why I said the Vikings.
Because of J.J. McCarthy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because I was like, at least they're good and they could use somebody to figure it out in between.
but if they move on from Darnold and have a little money for a short-term deal to have J.J.
I wouldn't want him in my building at all.
Wow, okay.
And that would only be if McCarthy isn't 100% healthy. Because if he's healthy,
you think
the
he's good to
Vikings
go?
love McCarthy. Yeah, he'd be the starter in week 1.
Danny G, based on what Dan Byer said.
About the cachet
as a
Aaron
Raiders
Rodgers.
fan.
Yeah,
Do you think? All right, let's ask.
I don't like it.
Is Tom Brady? I don't. Yeah, I never really knew. Is there a relationship with Brady and Aaron
That's
Rodgers?
a good
A
question.
mutual respect? Because I never really think of
I
them.
think so. Yeah, I think there was always a mutual
Does
respect.
Brady have a little influence there? Like, hey, listen, we're revamping, we're rebranding, we're in Vegas, we got young draft picks, we're not there yet. Aaron Rodgers, does that make sense to a Brady?
I think they're going to try to run the ball. That's why you hire Chip Kelly. And so you're not asking Rodgers to do tons. You have your tight end, all-world tight end there.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, receiver-wise on if Rodgers would want to bring anybody else in, but I just don't think there would be as much pressure. Division is murderous, but I don't know if that even matters to Aaron Rodgers.
I was going to say, that division.
He's bringing in Randall Cobb. He's bringing in Alan Lazard.
Didn't she get ready to have
But everybody's
Randall
getting
Cobb
second
jersey?
chances. Like Chip Kelly's back in the NFL. Pete Carroll's back now with the Raiders. There's cachet with that organization. There just isn't with the Colts. And I think you got to see the Anthony Richardson thing out at least at some point. So that's why I don't think that those options.
I don't think any organization that takes themselves serious is going to want to invest their future with Aaron Rodgers at this stage of his career.
But Covino, short term, Dan Byer brings up the point that he may not want to go to one of those smaller market teams. But think about the baseball world. How many times has a smaller market team been like the Oakland A's decided to take on Piazza for a year just because you're trying to get that big name? Maybe they could fill some seats. I don't know.
Remember when the Tampa Bay Devil Rays did that with like Boggs and McGriff and Canseco and Castillo? It was loaded with stars. They sucked.
But didn't they put in like Boggs' contract that when he goes into the hall, he had to wear a Rays hat?
Yeah, and he did, and that's what made the change.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
You guys, Greg just called. He said he's at work, so he couldn't get on the air. But he says Rodgers owns a mansion in Nashville.
Oh, wow.
And likes that city.
Wow.
So something to consider.
Yeah, that is interesting.
And all right, here's another thing. I'm so stuck on Aaron Rodgers wanting to win. It might have been facetious when he was like, I had the best time ever in New York. Like, yeah, you stunk there, but
He spoke highly of the city, man.
All right, let's go to Haas in Maine. We got a bunch of phone calls. We'll go rapid fire, and then we'll play last one standing. And we got some other stuff to get to in the world of football and basketball. What's up, Haas?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
What's up?
Aaron Rodgers, all day, New York Giant. Able to push over, and that's their need. And the only reason why he'd go to the Raiders is because it'd be out in the middle of the desert, and he can go do his shrooms out there peacefully in a nice, dry, safe climate. So that's my take, guys.
Yeah, you're saying Giants or Raiders. Vikings have sort of that was what I was thinking, and then I was very easily convinced by Dan Byer that they don't even want that personality in the building. They're well coached. They got a good front office. The Vikings had a very surprisingly great year. Like, why contaminate that with Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah,
right?
no,
I mean,
I get that, man.
Yeah.
But I would think that would be the best spot for him. But yeah, I think Dan's right.
What do you say, Todd in Green Bay? Hey, Todd.
Hey, Todd.
Hey, I got it. So he's going to Pittsburgh. Great defense, but this is the caveat. Pittsburgh is going to draft Jackson Dart. He's going to sit behind Rodgers for 2 years. That's the key.
Listen. I don't hate that. It's just I read and nothing's fact. It was speculation that
but Russell Wilson wasn't bad.
I was gonna say.
You know what I mean?
The speculation I saw was that Russell
would you
Wilson
take that chance when he did a decent job?
Yeah,
it's not like he was the problem.
Apparently, Russ has the support of some important folks in the front office. So
I like that answer. If Russ wasn't decent, like to me, he's better than Rodgers at this point.
Andy, Rhode Island, you're on with Covino and Rich. What's up, buddy boy?
What up, man?
Andy!
Going once, going twice.
Wow. No. Hope Andy's okay.
When you
I heard was the cold whipping winds.
When you say Andy like that, does everyone else think of Pee-wee's Big Adventure?
I hope so, because that's what I'm doing.
Andy!
Andy!
Bruno in Brooklyn. Wrap it up. Bruno, what's up, buddy?
Hey, Bruno.
Gentlemen, good afternoon. Long time no speak. Hey, I really enjoyed the showdown in New Orleans. It was a fantastic week.
Thank you, sir.
It's so good.
What up, buddy?
Hey, listen, getting on here with Rodgers is a long-suffering Jets fan. I mean, I'm not sad to see him go. I think they're going to do okay with the new coaching. But that being said, he's got a lot of options in the sense of, one, he's not going to go to a rebuilding team because he's got to go where there's an O-line. He can't take any more beatdowns. He's going to have a few people, but he can't go to one of these clubs that's basically starting over. He'll get killed. He just can't do it. He's got to go where there's somebody that's got a winning pedigree, that's got a line, that's got some pieces, and he's going to land. He can't go to like a rebuild club. He just can't. He won't be able to.
Yeah, he's got to go to a team that's close, which is why
that would scream Steelers then.
It would, man. Russ must be kissing ass for everyone to really be sold on him there.
Maybe, yeah.
Kissing
So
ass.
very interesting. But for all we know, he's out. We don't know. Maybe he retires, right? But again, the story was that the Jets said, "Yeah, you want to play for the Jets? No more McAfee, and no more missing practice." They threw out a bunch of rules at the dude. sort of forcing his hand out. So where does he go? Let us know at Covino and Rich at Fox Sports Radio.